There's a huge problem with the way information is shared, both online and in the real world. And it's two different mentalities about how to share information, and they're at odds with each other. There's the quantity mentality and the quality mentality. And in recent years, the quantity mentality has won out. And unfortunately, it's pervasive. It's throughout all of society. You've got media companies trying to give you all the information as it comes to them. You've got social media companies that want quantity over quality inside of their applications. And then you've got the government doing the same thing. They're pushing a quantity of information instead of quality of information. That can be a real problem because as time goes on, as the quality rises on a topic, the topic changes, the information changes. So the things that you put out in the beginning aren't always the same when it actually comes to the end. And that's a big focus of Nyched, quantity versus quality. So you may have guessed based on that intro that I don't believe that quantity is the best way to go. And I think that's partially because that's not how we live our lives. Too much of anything can turn into a bad thing. If you eat too much, if you exercise too much, if you work too much, if you relax too much, there's all positives and negatives to all of those situations. So quantity online and in the way we get our information is, to me, usually not the best thing because that means we're getting information as soon as it becomes available. If it's a news story that's breaking, we're getting the immediate information. And sometimes, actually most of the time, the story changes. And most of the time, it's the first iteration of the story that gets passed along. And when it's wrong, it can be detrimental to certain people in those situations. Same on social media. Having too much information means that it's lower quality, just in and of itself. Quantity and quality are two different parts of a coin. They're on opposite sides from each other. You can't have quantity and quality. So when we go online and we're searching for quality because we need a break, we want something to relax, we want to connect with one of our passions, it usually takes a while scrolling around to find something that will satisfy that want or that desire. So it would be much better if we had platforms out there that were promoting quantity over quality. But they have goals in mind with the quantity aspect to suck us in and keep us in their platforms for longer. In the digital space, especially on social media, there's a big problem with quantity. We just get overwhelmed with information, and the goal of it is to kind of suck us in. And the way they do that is they're using gatekeepers and algorithms. Now, algorithms are, in my opinion, another form of gatekeeper because it's a thing that's in the way, in between you and information coming to you. So gatekeepers get to turn dials and knobs and levers to decide what gets to you. But it also incentivizes quantity. In order for you to get promoted on social media, you need to be posting all the time and consistently. So instead of a quality type of interaction, it's just this mass amount of information coming to you on the platform. And the expectation is that you put on this mass amount of content as well, which means you can't be as creative as you could be if you took more time to do something, or you couldn't add more quality to the content that you're creating. And I take a different approach to Nyched. This video is sponsored by Nyched, and Nyched did something revolutionary. It took all the things that people didn't like about social media, and it removed it and created a platform based around that idea. Things like algorithms and gatekeepers and censoring was removed. And in its place, we put you and a focus on you and your preferences and your desires so that you can have more access to information. Nyched is a grassroots movement relying on its users to be its customers. So while it's in the beta, there is a fee to be involved, but there will always be a free forever plan after the beta is over. The best way to support Nyched is by joining the beta. If you can't join the beta, the other way you can support Nyched is by buying some merch. You can get Resist the Algorithm hats and hoodies and t-shirts and all sorts of other things. If you're interested in either of those things, or if you want to learn more about Nyched, go to beta.nyched.com. Thanks for watching. Social media incentivizes quantity over quality, but Nyched is different. I took a different approach because I believe quality is important. The quicker we can get to quality information, the more we're engaging with what we love to do. So on Nyched, I provided incentive structures and a reward system that rewards you for good content and rewards you for interacting with good content. It also elevates the good content to the top of the pile. With a reward system, if you're interacting with content and someone's interacting back with you, there's a give and a take on the reward system, and you get rewarded more for interacting with content. So that then you're able to do more in the platform, which gives you the ability to continue to see more quality content. There's filtering and sorting mechanisms so that you can get direct access to the quality content that is of interest to you. You can customize your feed and curate your experience so that your experience is going to be 100% unique and 100% different from my experience, because we're both unique and different people. Whether we're online or we're in the real world experiencing something that we love, we are searching for quality interactions and quality connections. When we're surfing social media or watching a video or scrolling through different channels online, we're looking for quality. We're hoping that a bit of quality comes across what we're looking at and it brings enjoyment to our lives or fulfillment, or it adds a little bit of knowledge that we didn't have on a certain topic. Quality is the goal. Quality should be what we're all striving for. And in fact, I believe that we are all striving for it. It's just we have to sift through the mud in order to get to it most of the time. Nyched, in contrast, rewards you for creating quality content and engaging with quality content, and it elevates things that are quality to the top. Those rise to the top so that you don't have to sift through all the mud. Is it going to be 100% quality? No, not all of the time. There's still going to be trial and error for people to figure out what is working in their certain interest or topic or hobby, but it does mean that the quality posts rise to the top and you get to see those first. So you get a more direct connection to the things that you're interested in and passionate about. It's different than anything else that we've ever experienced before online. Everything else is either a constant stream of what just happened, or it's something that's pushed by gatekeepers and algorithms. This is a new way to interact with information. Quantity is never the goal in any of our lives. Maybe sometimes. Everybody indulges in a buffet from time to time, right? But most of the time, we're looking for a quality experience, the best steak we can have, or, the best salad we can have if you're that type of person. So it's important for us to have access to quality information online, to be able to interact with our passions and interact with the hobbies and interests that we have. We shouldn't have to dig a ditch to find the gold at the bottom of it. There's technological solutions to these problems, but none of the social media companies put it in there. We did it differently at Nyched. We put you at the center of the focus, and we gave you the ability to be rewarded for interacting with quality content and creating quality content, as well as filtering and sorting mechanisms so that you can get direct access to the content that you want more quickly. Not even more quickly, so that you can get direct access to the quality content that you want immediately, whenever you want it. Concierge service at your fingertips. You hop in, you get the quality, and you can hop out and get back to the real world interacting with your passions. That's what Nyched is all about. Nyched is the world's first human interaction platform, and it is totally within your control, elevating quality over quantity. If you like this video, give it a like. Tell me how you elevate quality in your own life down below in the comments. And if you want to see more information like this, stay tuned because the next video is coming up right now.